Hello, Vortex. So, that's right. It's an average day in the life of Amy Gross. So, I actually have a subject this time. You see how well I stay on that subject. Because if you're not familiar with this channel, I tend to ramble. But I don't think that anyone's doing that anymore. And I have a tendency to fuck up the things that I'm playing. That's for sure. That's for sure. But that's okay. As long as it's entertaining. And the camcorder rolling around is entertaining. That's right. Camcorder. You heard that shit right. We don't have a smartphone. We don't want a smartphone. Death to smartphones. Death to smartphones. And a lot of people say, well, you can't stop progress. You don't have to go along with it. You don't have to suck the dick of progress. If you hate progress, you don't have to. I was gonna say you don't have to make it come. That's funny. Look, we're dirty, okay? You can get mad about that all you want. But there needs to be, like, comedians that are able to be transgressive and funny and not typical, okay? Like, yes, it's cold brew time, baby. It's cold brew time. Are you familiar with this? Stumptown, cold brew. You're welcome. Anyway, I was saying something good. What the fuck was it? Talk about smartphones again. Smartphones being bad. How you ramble. I ramble. Oh, comedy. Speaking of rambling, comedy, some people don't have jokes. Some people only have bits. And then other people just get up there and rant about their political beliefs, which is only good if it's true. Okay? Like, I'm fine with ranting as long as you're right. Because we need more people to preach that are actually correct. But the reason why I preach, the only reason why I preach, is because I practice what I preach. And don't worry, I don't do it at church because I read 1 Corinthians, okay? You don't have to read 1 Corinthians to know that women should be preaching, but all you have to do is look around. Be like, wow. Everything is falling apart. Could be the women running stuff. Because women can't run stuff. All they do is run their mouth. And when women run their mouth, it's gonna run society out. Cause there's nothing left to talk about. But women will find something, even if it's the same something over and over again. And why do we have to keep pretending that this is a good thing. Why do we have to keep pretending that we wish this shit was ending? Everybody hates women. They do! Women hate women. It's true. Women are reluctant to admit that, so let me do it for ya. It's not just feminists, it's just women in general. They're just so annoying as fuck. Nobody wants to listen to them. I do what I can. It's exhausting. But anyway, my best friend's a woman, so if y'all want to get mad, fine. I don't care. I don't care. If I was a true misogynist, my best friend probably wouldn't be a woman. And I wouldn't talk to women at all. I wouldn't hang out with them. I wouldn't put up with their shit, right? If I hated women. Anyway. Who's texting me? A woman. Unnecessary text message, right? I just want to talk and 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 talk. That's why I don't like phones, because it just gives boring ass people a megaphone. It gives typical people a megaphone. It gives lame ass people a megaphone. Why do you want that? You're giving them power. You're giving them control over things. Like, why would you want that? I mean, purposely, they're doing all this stuff intentionally. You know, like, the whole point of this is to make everybody destroy society. Like, just let society destroy society, and they will do a really, really good job of that. But anyway, we were talking about something. What was it? Instinct. Instinct, 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 instinct. I follow it. Like the instinct that told me to never get a smartphone. Followed it. And the instinct that told me to get off Facebook. Followed it. And the instinct that told me to, throw that phone, you know, felt so good. I love throwing stuff. The instinct that told me to join the orthodoxy, that was a good one. Glad I followed it. The instinct that told me maybe comedy. I mean, shut up! The instinct that told me, getting really annoyed, obviously, the instinct that told me not to trust doctors, the instinct that told me not to trust teachers, the instinct that told me police and military are eventually not gonna be good. Y'all just like them when they bust pretend criminals or they fight pretend wars. Everything's pretend. But anyway, instinct. Didn't follow it today. Okay, that was the whole point of this. Locked myself out of my house, just paid $95 for a fucking locksmith. And immediately, when I locked my door, I said, don't do that. Don't do that. That was the voice of God. But I did it. Because I trusted myself. I trusted my ego. It's my fucking ego. So don't think that I'm above it. Just because I have a flip phone that I throw around. Yeah, see, you can't do that with your smartphone. I can throw around my flip phone like it's a housewife, you know. You know. It's not wrong to hit women. It's not. It's not wrong to hit women because they're men. Women are men. So beat the fuck out of them. Right? Beat the fuck out of them. Anyway. Oh my goodness. It's getting feisty in this motherfucker. It is. So that's why I was afraid to do comedy.
I was afraid to do it because this would come out. This misogynist in me. Counterculture, contrarian, misogynist. Like, I've always been very well aware of the fact that, like, it's not just sexism, it is like misogyny. It's a form of misogyny. It sounds a lot like misogyny, but it's just annoyance, really. Anytime that you're annoyed with something or you notice something, they accuse you of hating that something. Have you noticed that? So if you just notice that women are annoying, if you notice that, like, welfare isn't good for the people on it, and I mean, most people, especially on the right, most people are against welfare because they're getting money taken out of their paycheck in order to pay for all those social programs that are just keeping people hooked on drugs. The same drugs that are illegal. So it's all connected. But anyway, switch things here. Yes, we're behind the Frito-Lay truck, you guys. That's so exciting. Oh, I want some chips. Yes, yeah. Okay, calm down. What are we talking about? Of course, you got distracted by Frito-Lay truck. No, but I notice things about certain groups of people being annoying or getting away with things, social programs not working, education being complete crap, alright? All the elections being rigged, not just one. You know the one. The most obvious one, but whatever. Anybody grew up in the 90s? Remember that shit? Whatever. Thanks to the movie Clueless. That's actually a pretty good movie. I need to get that movie on VHS. Just go back to the Goodwill. I'm sure they have it for like 50 cents. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. But, yeah, if you just notice things or you go, oh, well, people are on all the people on welfare, not all of them, but most of them, you know, they're not really moving up. They're not doing anything positive for themselves. It seems like they're on a lot of drugs or they're addicted to booze. You know, it's like you just pay attention to these things. And then people will accuse you of stereotyping or having a hard heart, or not having a heart at all, in regards to poor people or those that are down on their luck or whatever. And that could be further from the truth. I mean, I know that is probably true for most people that are against those things, but the reason why we're against those things is because it never helps the people that they claim to help. And I think that the reason why I'm so strong in this is because, like, I'm mentally ill, and I know for a fact that doctors and therapists and, you know, all these medical personnel are just total trash, okay? They're giving you trash advice, they're giving you trash medication, and though there might be some merit to, you know, the labels and the diagnosis or whatever, but it's like, so what? Just deal with it, man. It's like a physical problem. I treat mental problems the same way I treat a physical problem. Well, you can't really say that, though, because most people treat physical problems with pills as well. You know, that's literally all they do, is just treat everything with pills. Well, I mean, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't like taking medication. And I tell doctors that every single time, but they still, like, prescribe me something, even though I never pick up the prescription. Because I hate that. I hate that that's what people choose to do in order to deal with problems. And so it's like, it's really not worth it. Like, even if your original pain goes away, it's like now you have side effects from that medicine, and you're probably going to have complications due to it. So it's not just the current side effects, it's like what it's doing to your body. A turn signal would be nice, Alabama. Fuck you, Alabama. I hate Alabama. I hate Alabama all because of you, motherfucker. Helping schools while you suck at driving. So not helping driving schools. Not helping driving schools. Definitely not. Those aren't the schools. But anyway. We're at work now, so y'all get a break. But yeah, I can't believe I just spent almost $100 on a fucking locksmith. Just for him to take like a little plastic thingamajig and slide it. I need one of those. Dude said it was magic, but he was like an Indian. I think he was Indian. But yeah, man. Where's my phone? So I threw it on the floorboard because I was mad. 4 new messages that I don't care about. It's so annoying, like, everybody, like, is so, like, internet brain, and so, like, they send, like, these hieroglyphics, y'all call them, like, emojis or something, yeah, it's little hieroglyphics, and I was thinking about the chat GPT or whatever, and I was like, of course they're doing this because nobody cares about language. They obviously don't. If they're using, like, little pictures to describe their reactions to things, okay, like, that's prime example of why this kind of stuff is able to take hold, because society was already stupid. If you send these little pictures, it's just so dumb, dude. It's just so dumb. And like, I'm always thinking, like, what are they doing? Like, what are they hoping to accomplish? And the fact that people don't ask these questions and they just go along with, you know, the stuff that they're presented in that particular era, like, without thinking about why is that stuff being presented? Okay, well, it's women talking. Should just be like the title of a movie that nobody will watch except women. Ugh. But I think there's like that Aryans theory. You know, like, there are a lot of women out there that like have that awareness and they're like, I don't want to watch The View, I would never watch The View. But there are plenty of women that would watch The View, specifically because it's women. You know, it's like, I will specifically not watch something because it's women. And then I'll feel bad about it. And I'll feel like I'm like stereotyping them. But it's not wrong to stereotype women because most of them fucking suck. And they're so typical. Now, you can make this case for men as well, but there's just a certain behavioral characteristics that women tend to exude that are just very, very obnoxious, and don't think that I'm not aware of mine. Okay, I don't like it, and I notice it immediately, alright? But I have this saint to look up to, so that I behave like a better woman. See, she was more degenerate than I was. And she spent quite a few years repenting in the desert. So maybe I should just do that. I might as well, since we're all gonna starve to death anyway. So, hit that dusty trail, Amy, right?